Where was that?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Listography. Why are you smiling, Cramser? Nothing funny about Iron Maiden. Today, we are doing our top 10 favorite Iron Maiden songs. Yesterday, we did the 16 studio albums, and today we're going to do our top 10 songs. Lots to choose from, 16 albums, 100 songs. Going to skip the Blaze Bayley era. Interesting to see if we get any Paul Di'Anno era stuff in here from the first two albums, or are we going like straight 80s classic Bruce Dickinson era? We will find out shortly. Jason, why don't you kick it off?
Yeah.
I will kick it off. I think not going to be too many surprises on my list, but maybe one or two that aren't traditional picks. My number 10 is The Wicker Man, the opening track from Brave New World, the song that announced the return of true Iron Maiden with Adrian Smith and Bruce Dickinson back in the band. Awesome track. Number 9, I have The Evil That Men Do from Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Great galloping bass, that classic trademark Steve Harris sound. And a great vocal performance, really catchy song. Number 8, I have The Number of the Beast, a total classic for a reason. Great song, a template for so much metal that came after it. Number 7, from the same record, I have Run to the Hills, a track that I think sort of cemented that galloping bass as the trademark Steve Harris sound. Feels like you're charging into battle on a horse while you're listening to it. It's awesome. Number 6, I've got another classic, The Trooper from Peace of Mind. Just when the band cuts out and stops and leaves Bruce Dickinson in there to fill in the gaps, just awesome. Number 5, going back to Brave New World with the thin line between love and hate. Great drumming on it. I love the high notes that he hits when he sings the word forever. There's a bunch of guitar solos in this song. They're all really good, but especially the one at 6 minutes and 30 seconds is awesome. Really bluesy kind of solo. I think it's Adrian Smith. I don't know for sure, but I would guess that one is him. Number 4, I've got Fear of the Dark. Really cool title track from that record. And especially the live versions of this. It's just so epic sounding live. Number 3, another track from the same record, Fear is the Key. And pretty much entirely because of that riff and that groove under it. It's so awesome. Number 2, I have Stranger in a Strange Land. Really cool, different kind of riff and groove for them. So much drama in the vocals and in the song in general. Love it. But my number 1 is Can I Play with Madness from Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Just really kind of poppy, catchy, but no less a metal track, no less an Iron Maiden track because of it. The drumming and the groove is great on it. Just a killer tune. I love it.
I was right. We have a lot of the same songs. My number 10, starting off with Flight of Icarus. Think Dickinson sounds great. Got that crunchy chugging riff. Love the wailing. Classic epic imagery with the eagle fly as high as the sun. Number 9, going with Wrathchild. Galloping, awesome bass to open. The rhythm part is like a Sabbath style. The band on Joe's shirt, Kiss. They wish they sounded like this. Number 8, Powerslave, the song, nice and heavy, a lot of character in the vocals. I think it's really good. Number 7, Run to the Hills. Yeah, the Steve Harris in a nutshell with that galloping bass. Really catchy big chorus. Number 6, from Brave New World, I've got Ghost of the Navigator. Love the guitar tone at the beginning. Pretty emotional song, really badass. Number 5, didn't know that the band didn't like it, that Joe alluded to, but I've got Gangland. I think it's great. Got great atmosphere, cool drum intro. It's got kind of those Van Halen vibes to me, really fast and fierce. Great solo on it. Number 4, The Number of the Beast. Really intimidating, daunting. I like the songwriting. I like that the lyrics are personal and in the first person. Pretty cool. Number 3, got The Prisoner. Great songs. Drums are great. Rolling along. Nice, hopeful, and like triumphant song. Number 2, I've got Stranger in a Strange Land. Really different song for them. Such a catchy riff. Love like the thumping bass. But my number 1 is Fear is the Key, the greatest song of all time. No, it's my hot button song right now. It's jamming up the airwaves in my household. I love it. It's really fantastical and evil sounding. The groove and just like that tight pocket underneath. It's very Dio-ish, as Joe alluded to, I think before, but the riff and just it's just so cool, and love the big long falling shriek in the middle of it. He does like something where he's like, and then the solo takes off. Damn, what a song. So cool. It better be your number 1, Joe.
It did not make my top 10. Surprise, surprise. I'm pretty much classic 1981 to 1988 exclusively. Yeah, all 10 are from there. And my list, I'm trying to think where I would find like a Fear of the Dark. Probably like 27, I think, would be my first Fear of the Dark track. But no, they're not terrible. It would be Quick or Be Dead, though. That's my favorite track from that album. My top 10, and this is really tough because I don't want to just have like 3 albums represented, but I did my best to vary it up a little bit. Number 10 from Powerslave, Back in the Village. Just the speed and just ridiculous guitar attack on this and the bass below it. It just blows my mind every time I hear it. I think it's super catchy, and I think Bruce sounds great on it. Number 9, dip into the Paul Di'Anno era with Wrathchild. I think it's just really like catchy, hard rock, just 2.5 minutes, short, just right to the point. Love it. Really like the live versions with Bruce singing it as well. Number 8, classic, The Trooper. Love the stops and the starts, and really just kind of shows off how good Bruce is at like filling those gaps between the prodigious playing. Just a really cool song based on a poem. So, you can make a badass metal song based on a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Why not? Number 7, I got The Prisoner from Number of the Beast. Just really cool. They have a bunch of these like spoken word intros on this album for whatever reason. I don't know why they decided they wanted to do stuff like that, but it works really well in this album. And it's just a really kind of cool song. Got that galloping bass, real epic feel. Number 6, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Love the bass. Real catchy, longer, it's 6 minutes long, but super catchy, cool breakdown in the middle, great bass line, great vocals, just great. Number 5 from Seventh Son of Seventh Son, I got the opener Moonchild. Love the way that synth riff comes in the beginning, and then you got the bass and the big heavy drums coming in. Really cool track there. Number 4, we all got this one, and it's interesting. I think this is the only one. Maybe Kranzer had another off somewhere in time, but I got Stranger in a Strange Land. Just awesome guitar work in that one. Number 3, nobody else had this one. A little surprising to me because I think it's a banger, classic. 22 Acacia Avenue. Just love Bruce's vocal performance on this. Probably my favorite of his. Lots of different like sections to this. A lot of like abrupt stops. Really cool guitar stuff in this as well. And it's a story about a prostitute, so it's cool. It's like a different kind of stuff that they're singing about. Not the usual metal. Do metal bands sing about prostitutes? I don't know. But Iron Maiden does. In fact, it's interesting because they keep this theme. I'm trying to remember the first one. Charlotte the Harlot was the first. then 22 Acacia Avenue, then Hooks in You, then From Here to Eternity is all about the same, this prostitute. So they just kept it going throughout their whole discography, which I think is cool. I like when bands do like weird stuff like that. Anyway, my number 2, I'm with Jason on this. Can I Play with Madness? So catchy. I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, can you do this in a metal song? Like, it's so like over the top and ridiculous the way he just starts with Can I Play with Madness? Just, it's great though. I love the bass, the sound of it overall. Number 1 though is going to be The Number of the Beast, and it's not because I'm a Satanist or anything like that. Some of the best bass playing that you will ever find on tape, and just a really cool song. It was the first one I heard from them, I think. Always loved it. And it was a great intro to the band for me. I love the whoa to the spoken part of the beginning. It just sets the whole stage perfectly. Did make people think that they're like the satanic, like metal cult band, whatever. Interesting the way that kind of works. Metal bands get associated with Satan like that. And they kind of ran with it a little bit, but they're not too Satan-y. So, all right. Well, that's our top 10s. Any closing thoughts?
We had a lot of similarities among the three of us.
Lots of similarities. Where would the highest ranked Blaze Bayley song be on your list?
145.
Yeah, how many songs are there with the other singers? I don't know.
Towards the bottom.
After all of the Dickinson and all of the Deanna songs, then you'd get a Blaze Bayley track.
It would probably be The Klansman if it had to be one of them.
Probably Future Real.
I think I'd go Future Real. Definitely in the 3 digits somewhere. Yeah, there's not many songs.
Like a half-star song, it would probably be the best one.
Yeah, not great. Sorry, Blaze, for ripping on you all this time. I hope he's not like dead or anything. We're talking bad about him. Nobody, I don't think anybody knows. He was never in another band. He just kind of like disappeared. Very sad. Anywho, leave your top 10s in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notification, check the description for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, website. And yeah, that's Iron Maiden for you. We'll have a fun side 3 tomorrow. Make sure you go back and watch the Maiden discography if you have not. For Kramser, Jason, I'm Joe. Thanks for watching Listography.